Now, Steve didn't really break loose as a superstar until he just acted like himself, Nate. How many guys that have been real big stars are just amplified versions of their real selves?
Hmm.
I think that applies to you.
Amplified stars. You mean like live their gimmick?
Yeah, or their gimmick becomes the way they lived in the first place. I think that's what happened with Steve.
Yeah, he just. Yeah, you know, well, he was. He's such a great worker. I mean, Steve Austin is a great worker. Um, but um, I think I think the word "great" comes into play a lot easier when you're very comfortable with your character. Using my daughter right now, she has finally, not finally, she's always been great, but now she is so confident. And I mean, it's a whole different because they finally have established her as a heel and not a tweener. The tweener is really hard to get down when one day you gotta be this, one day you gotta be that. Does it make sense?
Oh no, and I'm sure she's very comfortable with what they have her
Oh
doing
my
now as
God.
well.
It's like night and day. She's not a tweener anymore. And Rhonda is a full-fledged babe face. It's got to be the main event one night, and it's gonna be incredibly difficult. That's the thing now. Who can follow who? That's the kind of that's what makes WrestleMania for me. When you have this many great matches, it'll be who can follow who.
Now, was Steve the most over guy ever within a short time frame? Obviously, cut short because of injury.
Yes, in my opinion.
That's amazing to say, isn't it? But I agree.
Absolutely. I don't think it's amazing to say at all. I don't know.
As on-air characters, did Vince make Steve or did Steve make Vince?
Um, Now that's a tough question. I mean, I don't think anybody made Steve. I think Steve made himself. But Vince was the perfect. I mean, for a guy that never wrestled, never did anything, I mean, Vince had that promo. He has it to this day. And that's a gift. I mean, we all want to think that that you're able to rattle us off and guys write it down. You got to feel it. When Vince talks, you know that somebody is drafted it because that's the way he likes to do stuff. But he says it because he believes that's who he is. And the same applies to Steve. I don't care what you write down for Steve or give him or what maybe he didn't read anything. What Steve is saying he believes. And that's what makes it so good.
Now, yeah, I thought that it's funny because when Vince became the evil owner, he was great. It'll never be done better. And you know how I know it'll never be done better? Because everybody's tried since then.
Absolutely.
It was weird because I loved it when he did it, but what it gave birth to, I wasn't crazy about. How about you?
Uh, you mean other people trying to do it?
Yeah.
Well, there's that. It goes without saying. No one's ever come close to being the owner and being active on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephanie brought a lot to the show too. Myself, I mean, I still like what were they called? Stephanie and Hunter, the Authority. I thought that was great. Stephanie McMahon is one of the top 10 best heels in our business.
Oh, no question.
No,
No
no,
question.
when Stephanie wants to get her shit on and fucking turn it on, Stephanie McMahon, I swear to God, is one of the best heels in the business. I use this extra all the time. You're killing me. She is something special, man.